Join me as I try to navigate the tricky waters of buy now, pay later schemes and see if I can avoid falling into the debt trap. Buy now, pay later services have been gaining massive popularity in the shopping landscape, and it's easy to see why. The ability to delay payments and enjoy our purchases right away can be incredibly tempting. But beneath the surface of these attractive offers lies a hidden danger. BNPL schemes can lead to a slippery slope of accumulating debt, and it's essential we understand the risks involved. For instance, many BNPL providers charge exorbitant interest rates that can add up quickly, turning a manageable debt into a crippling burden. Furthermore, the lack of transparency in some BNPL agreements can make it difficult for consumers to know exactly how much they owe or when their payments are due. This lack of clarity can lead to financial chaos and stress. Additionally, BNPL services often encourage consumers to spend more than they can afford, creating a culture of impulse buying and reckless spending. And to make matters worse, the ease of using BNPL can make it difficult for consumers to distinguish between needs and wants, leading to a vicious cycle of overspending and debt. So, how do BNPL schemes work, and what makes them so appealing to consumers? At its core, BNPL is a financing option that allows consumers to delay payments on their purchases. This delay can range from a few weeks to several months, depending on the provider and the agreement. The appeal lies in the convenience and flexibility it offers. Consumers can enjoy their purchases immediately, without having to part with their hard-earned cash right away. But there's more to it than meets the eye. BNPL schemes often exploit psychological biases that drive human behavior. For instance, the instant gratification we get from making a purchase can override our rational thinking, leading us to make impulsive decisions. And the fear of missing out, or FOMO, can drive us to spend more than we need to. BNPL providers often use these biases to their advantage, designing their agreements to maximize profits and keep consumers hooked. Another factor that contributes to the appeal of BNPL is the lack of immediate financial pain. When we make a purchase using BNPL, we don't feel the pinch of parting with our money right away. This can create a false sense of security, leading us to spend more than we can afford. And finally, the convenience of BNPL can be a significant draw. With just a few clicks, we can have our purchases delivered to our doorstep, without having to worry about the financial implications. Let me share a compelling case study that illustrates the negative consequences of falling into the BNPL trap. Sarah, a 25-year-old marketing professional, was tempted by a BNPL offer that seemed too good to pass up. She used the service to finance a new laptop, thinking she'd be able to pay it off easily. But before she knew it, she was bombarded with targeted ads and promotions, encouraging her to spend more and more. She accumulated thousands of dollars in debt, with interest rates piling up and creditors knocking on her door. It took Sarah months to realize the gravity of her situation and seek help. Her story serves as a stark reminder of the dangers of BNPL schemes and the importance of being mindful when using these services. In another example, a recent study found that nearly 70% of BNPL users were more likely to overspend, with many admitting to using the service to buy things they didn't need. These statistics are alarming, and they highlight the need for caution and restraint when using BNPL options. In summary, it's essential we approach BNPL schemes with caution and be aware of the potential dangers lurking beneath the surface. By understanding the risks involved and being mindful of our spending habits, we can avoid falling into the debt trap and make more informed financial decisions. What are your experiences with buy now, pay later services? Have you ever fallen into the debt trap, or do you have any tips for staying financially savvy when using BNPL options? Share your stories in the comments below, and if you're new here, consider subscribing for more content on financial literacy and responsible spending. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.